Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to compare a VLOOKUP with an XLOOKUP, and hopefully when you finish watching this video, you will go away and use XLOOKUP and not VLOOKUP. But let's just show you what I mean. What I want to happen here is these number of sales, so that one is 4, 5, 6. I want to know where that sits in terms of these sales buckets. So 4, 5, 6 should sit between 4 to 500 in there. That's what I want to appear next to it. And I'll do the VLOOKUP first. So equals VL to get VLOOKUP, pressing tab. I'm clicking on that cell, E3, comma. I'm highlighting this table, which has not been sorted. I need to $ that, so I'm pressing F4 to lock that. Comma, I want column 2 of that table, and then comma, I don't want an exact match, I want an approximate match, which is -1, and then I'll close the bracket on that and click the tick. So that does actually put that in the correct sales bucket, but when I pull this down, just double click that down, you're going to get some error messages. So for that one, for example, if I just highlight a couple of these, it's coming up with not applicable for any numbers and things like that. And there's a couple down here that are over 500 and it's coming up with duff information. So if I just highlight that one, because that's wrong as well. Now I could have sorted this and it might have fixed this, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. Now if I do the same thing with the XLOOKUP, so VLOOKUP is bringing back an error or errors in this table. And I think VLOOKUP is quite good when it's just an exact match, but when you're doing an approximate match, this is where it goes awry a little bit. But if I go for XLOOKUP now, I'm basically just going to type this. Now I've called this little list here, I've called it bins, and I've called this little list in this table, I've called it bucket. So that's what I can type there. So now I'll do the XLOOKUP. So now I'll do the XLOOKUP to show you the difference. So equals XL, pressing tab to get the bracket. I'm still looking at this E3, comma. So that is a lookup value. Now it wants to know what the lookup array is, and I've called that bins. So if I highlight this list, so it says bins, it does say bins, comma. The return array is this list, which is the bucket, and it's called bucket, and it puts that in there. And then comma. Now I could put something in quotes if it wasn't found, like the word missing, but I don't want to in this example, so I just do need to do that comma because I'm coming across to the next one, and then this gives me a list of options. I don't want an exact match, I want this one, exact match or nearest or next smallest item. So I'll just double click on that and it'll put -1 in there. And then that's it, finished. I don't need to do any more of the arguments. So I'll close the bracket on that and then click the tick. And I get the same answer, 4 to 500. But watch what happens when you double click that down. So where before it was saying not applicable, now it's saying below 100. And where it was not saying above 600, it now is saying that. So the XLOOKUP has fixed the error that the VLOOKUP did without me changing any of this table order or anything like that, without sorting it in a particular way. So what you need to be doing is, if you've got VLOOKUPs anywhere, you should be converting them to XLOOKUP because it's a more stable function, and it was designed to replace VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP anyhow. So that's the one that you should go forward with. But that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use XLOOKUP, which is superior to your VLOOKUP. So hopefully this little video was of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.